Hey folks, Randy is doing cut and trim. I yesterday set a new personal record for most lawns cut in a day. I work solo, and until yesterday, the most lawns I'd ever done by myself was 15. I'd had a guy working with me, and that I did that this year. I had a guy working with me last year, and together we were able to do about 16, but just about died in the process. So but had some bigger equipment, this year, so I was able to move things a bit faster and be more efficient. Plus, I have a much denser route than I did last year. So basically, no, I was only scheduled to have about 12 on the route yesterday, but I was gonna cut on Labor Day, and I ended up not because a piece of equipment broke down, and it was just like, it's a holiday. I don't feel like fixing it. I'll just do it, the next day. And then I had a couple customers that said, just don't worry about it this week. So I actually lost a couple bucks making that decision. Um, so I decided, I was just like, well, you know what? I got 20 lawns in order to get caught up. I'm gonna see if I can break my record and do 20. And it's also like a little bit of a personal thing. Like my father, I think his personal record was 17, and it always kind of bothered me that my record was 15, and I hadn't been able to beat him. So I was like, I'm gonna go for it. So I did. So the plan was, I was gonna wake up early in the morning to go to the gym, which is the thing that I like to say that I do, even though I haven't actually done it yet. So my plan was to get up around 4:30, be at the gym by 5, leave the gym at 6, get ready for work, hug and kiss the wife and the son, and then be in the truck by 7. So the first thing that happened is I didn't wake up until about 5:30. 4:30 is my normal wake up time. That just didn't happen. So I wasn't going to be able to go to the gym. So I got myself ready, and it when you're going to do a lot of work in a day, man, you got to be really you got to make sure you plan ahead so that you can maximize efficiency. One thing that really slows you down is if you got to stop for gas, or if you got to stop to get something to eat, um, or if you run out of water. These are things that are going to slow you down and mess you up efficiency wise. I didn't want that to happen, so I packed a lunch, which I usually never do. Normally, actually, I don't even eat till I get home. A lot of days I only eat one meal a day, which is dinner. But if you're going to do 20 lawns, you need to make sure you're keeping your energy up. So I packed a lunch, packed my water. I usually carry around at least a gallon of water. Um, Sometimes more, but this time I only brought a gallon. And then coffee, arguably the most important thing to prepare for. So I got out there about 7, knocked him out. Was doing pretty good. By 11:30, I had gotten 10 done, and was moving pretty quick. Um, yeah, around 11 I got 10 done. So around 11:30, that's when my backpack blower, the handle snapped. So I was like, well, that's a bummer, but that's why I brought along a replacement blower. My handheld. I have a Toro T25 blower that I use as a handheld. I never use it. It's just if it's just there for a backup. So keep going about my business. Get 3 more yards done when the pull cord on the Toro blower also breaks. So that was frustrating. So that meant I had to figure something else out for a blower, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going the broom route, so I just went to Home Depot, bought an Echo blower that it turned out I didn't like at all. So I'm actually going to be taking it back because it's pretty underpowered. Echo PB 250 LN. If you're interested, don't buy that blower, man. It's not powerful enough. It feels like a toy in your hand. So I went and bought that, and got back to work. And honestly, energy wise, I was good to go, man, until about lawn number 17. Yeah, that's what it was. Lawn number 17, and my energy was just gone. I only had a few left, but I was just like, man, I hit that wall. Um, and I didn't want to keep going, but I was like, you know what? No, at this point, I've tied my dad. Oops, I've tied my father. I'm not gonna leave it at a tie. I gotta beat him. So I went ahead and got that one done. Went to the next one, got that one knocked out. By the time I got to lawn 19, man, like I was having trouble standing up. I mean, not trouble standing up, but it was like my legs were like jelly, man. It was like one of those things where you're almost like a little nervous, when you're near the street. It's like I hope I don't just trip, So I got number 19 done, and I had about a 10-minute drive to get to lawn number 20, and I was just beat, man. And it was like, I don't know, like probably 4:30 at that point. And so I decided, I was like, you know what, I got to take a rest, so I'm just going to make a quick detour, stop by the post office, see if there's any checks. And turned out there were 3 of them. One of them was really big, so I was really happy about that, and that kind of re-energized me for the last lawn, because I was really debating doing the last one. And so with that, newfound sense of purpose from all that money, I headed to the last yard, knocked it out. It's normally a 20-minute yard, but number 20, it was more like a 35-40-minute yard because I was moving real slow. So, and then got done, went home, walked in the house, and I was so weak. My son always runs up and gives me a hug. He's like 4, he's about to be 5. Always like runs up and gives me a hug when I first get home. And when he ran up and did that, like I about fell against the wall. I was so tired, man. So I was so beat. I didn't even eat. I was too tired to eat anything for dinner. I just drank a lot of water and called it a day because it was brutal. But new personal record. Got 20 lawns in a day. I'm pretty psyched about it. Not really planning on doing that again anytime soon, but now I know I can do it. And I was able to do it with belt drive equipment. So I don't know, but I think if I ever get a hydro, if I ever get like a Toro Grandstand or something like that, I think I could hit 25. Definitely. But, so I started at 7 a.m., finished at 5:15 p.m., so that's a little over 10 hours, did 20 yards. Not bad. I'll take it, especially with the delays that happened. I think if the blower's not breaking down, and if I hadn't gone to the post office, I probably would have been done probably by like 4 or 4:30, which would have been better. 20 lawns in 9 hours sounds better than 20 lawns in 10 hours, but either way, I did 20 in a day. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, compared to my previous job, 20 lawns in one day. I made more money in one day than I did in a week and a half at that other job. So that's a good feeling. So that's my personal record is 20. What's your personal record? Let me know. I'm really interested to hear. Partly so I can feel good about myself, and partly so I can have a new challenge so I can try and break yours. So this is Randy with Doing Cut and Trim. Thanks for watching.